How's it going, everyone? Happy New Year. Hope y'all are doing well, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I wanted to start off this year right with basically hitting my goals real hard, trying to accomplish as much as I can, and this was one of my top goals of the year. I guess I planned it way back last year, or near the end of it, but I finally finished this year, so I'm very excited. Alright, let's go right into it. So basically, as y'all can see, this is a Halo themed PC. Halo has been, I want to say, very important in my life because it's the first game I played and it really helped me, well, I don't want to say do better in life, but it did bring me a lot of joy and happiness. The same thing. Anyways, I do enjoy Halo, so I really want to do something different with my PC building right now. And since it is the new year and I am trying something new, I said, why not do something like this? A Halo themed PC. Let's get into the parts. As y'all can see, this is a Ryzen build. I went with a 3600X with a Asus ROG B450 motherboard. Since the 3600X isn't, high tier, one of the higher levels of Ryzen, I did go with the B450 because it has more than enough it is good enough to run the 3600X at its peak performance. Next, the RAM, I chose a 16GB kit by Crucial Ballistics. It's 3200 megahertz, and yeah. For the graphics card, I chose a EVGA 1660 Super. It is great. It is a great card for 1080p gaming, and that's why for all the benchmarks I did do 1080p, because why do something where it's kind of gonna struggle, where I don't think many people will be using this PC for anything higher than 1080p, maybe a little bit of 1440, but mostly 1080p. For storage, I was kind of debating between a couple options. In the beginning I did choose a 500GB SSD. Not the best choice. I kind of regretted that, and I did change it at the very end into a smaller SSD with a spinning hard drive. So it is a 250GB SSD by Kingston and a Seagate 2TB hard drive. As for the case, I did look around quite a lot because I was trying to figure out how I wanted to make this PC look. How does it match the design? And this case, the Corsair 110R, it's the tempered glass edition. It does have a optical drive slot, which I'm not so proud about or not so happy about because it doesn't allow a smooth front panel. But the sides of the front panel, the vents, it does add something different. I really like how that turned out because it does add a different dimension to it. As for the building, more or less it did go quite smoothly, except for the spray painting because it is a little bit different spray painting a case. I was kind of afraid how is it gonna mix with the texture of the case, how will it look, because the front panel is kind of textured, and since I'm putting vinyl on it, I was hoping it doesn't bleed through. But overall it did come out quite well. For the spray painting, as y'all can see, I did use silver. In the beginning I was thinking about just making the logos of the Noble 6 team and Halo Reach silver and keep the case black, but one of my close friends said, why not switch that around? So make the logos black but spray paint the case silver. And I was like, oh shoot, that does sound pretty nice. And this was the final product. I really like how it came out because it does change up the case. It doesn't make it as normal looking as basic. But it was kind of interesting because as I was spray painting, the wind was blowing outside, so it wasn't even strokes all around. So there are some little issues with it, but I feel like it adds a different dimension to it. Kind of maybe a camouflage color. And for the overall design, I did choose UV lights in interior for the interior because I wanted to do very basic, no crazy RGB, So I did choose like a black interior with UV lights lighting it up. I feel like that adds like a different feeling to it. It's not just completely black inside, it's not visible, has a little bit of UV lights to bring out, since everything inside is all black, it does bring out like a different aspect of it. Alright, for the performance, the benchmarks, I tested 4 games. One of them was Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Really fun game, one of my favorite games too, along with Halo. So I did test it 3 times, one on the highest settings, dropped it down to high, then medium. For highest settings, I did hit 79 FPS. For high, I did hit 91, and for medium, I hit 94. The second game, I did choose Call of Duty, since it is a very new game, not the best optimized, but it is still a very popular game, very fun. I had Filmic SMA on for both of them. I had the settings on high and normal. For high, I did hit 105 average FPS, and for normal, I did hit 117. The next game I chose was Overwatch. I tried it on 3 different settings. One was Ultra, Epic, and High. Should be Epic, Ultra, High. There we go. So for Epic, this is all on 100% render scale. So on Epic, I did hit 175. On Ultra, I hit 212. And high settings, I did hit 214 average FPS. So very good performance. Now for the most important game of this video, Halo Reach. So I did test it about 4 times because for multiplayer there's less things going on compared to Firefighter campaign. So the FPS count was a little bit different. I used both original and enhanced graphics and it came out pretty good. For original, in campaign and firefight, I got an average FPS of 233. For enhanced, I did get 167. When I jumped into multiplayer, for original graphics, I hit 311. And for enhanced, I got 271. So overall, very happy with the performance. I'm very happy about how this PC came out. It is a lot different than something I usually do. It is kind of pushing my abilities. So I'm very happy how it came out. There are definitely things I would change for the next build, which I am planning on doing, I would say minimum 3 this year. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope y'all are just as excited as me because it is going to be something similar, just different themed. For this PC, I do know that there are a couple things I wanted to change for the next ones. There are improvements that I want to make because it is far from perfect. My abilities is nowhere near the best. Not even good. I would say kind of mediocre. I'll say that. Kind of generous for myself. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. And if y'all have any comments, critiques, criticisms, anything like that, anything you guys want me to know, what should I change? What should I add? Should I add more benchmarks or anything like that, or longer build videos? I'm open to hearing it. Thank you all so much and have a great year.